Okay, just wanted to do one more while I have it on my mind. And on a more serious note, I usually try to keep it light, but this is something that, as a parent and as a school system employee, I felt like I really had to talk about. I'm actually not in the Atlanta area, but I just saw a news piece about a young boy in Atlanta who committed suicide because of um, relentless teasing and taunting from other kids. And first and foremost, I just want to say that my prayers go out to his family. I know my daughter is just a couple of years younger than he is, and I'm also raising a nephew who's very close to that age. So I can't imagine what his family must be going through right now. But the reason I wanted to speak about that is because not only being a parent, but working in the school system, I see a lot of what goes on. And a lot, I work at an elementary school, and some of the things that I see going on there, these kids are facing things in elementary school that I didn't face until middle and high school. It's really serious. And parents, if you're noticing changes in your child's behavior or your child is saying that, they're being picked on, get involved. Don't be afraid to get involved. Don't think that, oh, it's just a little teasing, oh, kids will be kids. Get involved. Find out what's going on because you never know. I'm sure a lot of people didn't know how bad it was with the boy I read about. So make sure you're getting involved and make sure you're setting good examples because you may say, do as I say and not as I do, but your kids are going to do as you do. So if you're getting in somebody's face and you're loud and wrong, or you're always, having to straighten stuff out, or you're going to the hands instead of talking things out, that's the example that your kids are going to follow. And these kids are learning this behavior from somewhere. So you got to take your time and make sure you're setting the right examples for them. And, I was one of those kids that got teased a lot in school because I was much taller than the other kids. And, I was a bit of an oddball. I admit that now. But it didn't bother me quite as much because I like to be different. So being teased about being different didn't bother me. But I know how bad it can get. I've seen how bad it can get. And just communicate with your child. And kids, if you're being bullied or you're being teased, don't be afraid to tell your parents, tell a teacher, tell some adult that you trust. And get an adult involved. Don't try to handle it all by yourself because you're a kid. You can't handle the weight of the world by yourself. So get an adult to help you out. And that's what we're here for. I'm actually going into teaching. So one of the reasons why I made that career choice is because I absolutely love kids. And I want to do whatever I can to help kids. So anyway, that's my take on that. Kids, just make sure if you're being bullied, don't be afraid to stand up. Don't worry about being a snitch or whatever because you know what? You need somebody to have your back, and that's what we're here for. And if you are being a bully, you know what? That only means that you don't like yourself. So you need to find out what's going on with you. Get some adults involved in your life to help you love yourself so you won't have to put anybody else down because that's what bullies do. They bully because they don't like themselves. And again, parents, get involved, stay involved. That's what kids need. Anyway, that's my take on the situation. And my heart and prayers go out to the family of the young boy. And my prayers are with all parents, single parents, it was, and families. You know what? Raising a child is probably the toughest job there is, but it's the most rewarding. So, see you later.